What's up, Pinky Gang? It's your boy Zach back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be bringing back the long-awaited Rate My Build series back to the channel. And if you guys are interested in being in the next Rate My Build video, all you guys have to do is DM me some screenshots of your player progression, your badges, your height, weight, and wingspan. It also could be nice if you send me a description of the way you play on your player, just like your play style, what game modes you play, but it's not required. My Twitter and Instagram links will be down below in the description. Also, if you end up sending me a typical comp build like a play shot on current gen, a paint beast on current gen, or like a 6-7 demigod on next gen, I probably won't end up rating it just because I've seen so many of them. And keep in mind, this series is for next gen and current gen, so don't hesitate sending me your build. And yeah, with all that being said, let's get straight into the first build to rate. Alright, so the first build we're going to be rating today is sent in by my boy Eternal Mystery. He sent it to me on Twitter. Make sure you guys check him out. His build is a 6'5" minimum weight, max wingspan, 2-way Playmaker. No, I've not seen many of these builds at all. I don't think I've ever seen a 2-way Playmaker in current gen or next gen. I might have seen it a couple times on 20, but not very often at all. He typically plays the rec 5v5. He's a combo guard and likes to play pick and roll and dot the corner for lobs or greens. It depends if they cut and if they spot up. You know, you guys know the deal. And he can clamp the point guards and shooting guards. In the park, he does like to read the pick and roll, likes to read the screen. He either pops or rolls, throws the lob, or he can get an easy bucket. He also plays off-ball defense. So if we're gonna look at his attributes right here, he does have a 94 driving dunk, so we do unlock contact dunks on this build. He does get a decent layup, so we can unlock the nice layup package like Curry layup and Kyrie and all that stuff. Also does not have the greatest shooting ratings, but in this game you really only need an 85 to get consistent greens. He also does have max wingspan on this build, so remember that. I think he does lower it a little bit, but to get the name sometimes you have to sacrifice some attributes, and I totally understand that. His passing accuracy is an 84, which is very nice. I'm not sure if that unlocks bullet passer, but it might at 99 overall, because he does have his player at 99 overall. He has a 99 perimeter defense and a really high steal. He has really solid physicals, decent enough stamina. The acceleration is low, but with Hall of Fame quick for step, you don't really need it that high. He has a solid vertical, gets all the contact dunks. So yeah, I'm going to copy this build into the builder, and I'll see you guys when we get there, and I'll show you guys some improvements that I would make. So I did end up copying all of the attributes over into next gen on the builder, and as you can see, he is a 6'5" point guard. He went minimum on the weight, and he went 7'2" wingspan, which is max. He has a badge count of 3 finishing, 11 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 9 defense. Definitely a cool little badge count there. He does have a really high perimeter defense and steal, so you can probably rock that Hall of Fame clamps, gold interceptor, gold pickpocket, whatever you want to do. Unfortunately, this build is not get intimidator, but you can get some pretty good contests with a high perimeter defense in this game. It is not as overpowered as it was on current gen or even 20. That badge was absolutely broken in 20, so he has a nice little badge count here. So I'm going to tweak this build up a little bit. Maybe I can get a couple more shooting, more finishing, more playmaking, just to fit his playstyle a little bit more. So I'll see you guys when we get that done with. So I ended up creating this demigod of a build while maintaining the same 2-way Playmaker name. Now we do get 7+ finishing badges, we only lose 2 shooting, we get 2 more playmaking, and 10 more defensive badges. That is a lot more badges than we had originally, and we keep all of our stuff the same basically. This build is just a much better improved version of, in my opinion. He did a good job with his build, but I just think this fits a lot better. So we do get contact dunks still. Now we have a 95 rating, so we can get Hall of Fame posterizer off rip. We did go into post control. I tried doing this with standing dunk, but you just don't get the same amount of badges, so I did go with post control. We do have the ability to work in the post if you do get a smaller guard, which probably isn't very likely, but hey, that's always a nice plus to have if you really need it. For our shooting, we did take a -2 hit on our shooting badges, but we still have enough to get deep threes gold, hot zone hunter gold, and either gold green machine, gold catch and shoot, gold deadeye, gold blinders, whatever you want. We have enough for that. That's all you need. For our playmaking, we get 2 more, which is nice. We do unlock bullet passer off rip now, which is also very nice. So as you can see, boom, right there, right at 19 badges, looking very nice. We have the same speed with ball. And for our defense, this is my favorite part. We get 10 more badges. That is more than double the amount of badges he had. He had 9, now we're rocking with 19. The one thing that I do think might be a little bit of an issue with you is we do have a 69 steal. The reason I went 69 is because this is where we just unlocked pickpocket, and from my experience running gold pickpocket on my build, I have this strictly at a 69 overall. I did hit 99, so that's +4. I get so many steals with a 69 steal and gold pickpocket, it's insane. So you do sacrifice maybe getting it a higher steal rating, but that's not that big of a deal if we do get 10 more defensive badges. This does allow us to get a lot more interior defense badges, like Hall of Fame rebound chaser, gold rim protector, gold chase down, gold pogo stick, heart crusher, worm, all those badges, a very high rebounding rating on offense and defense, and a good block rating. This is insane. We do have a really high speed still. We kind of went with the same acceleration thing. We do take a little bit of a hit to the stamina, but we kind of kept the overall theme the same and just improved on the things that I think we could have improved on. So if you do want to end up making this build, just copy this stuff down. But your original build, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. It served its purpose. I just think you can do so much more with this build, and I want to thank you for sending me this build. So let's get straight on to the takeovers. So we do unlock the slashing, shot creating, playmaking, and lockdown takeovers. I personally would go with ankle breaking shots and extreme clamps, but that's just my build. You can do whatever you want. And once you get my mentality, you can change it. And as you can see, we maintain the same name, the two-way playmaker, which is dope. We have comparison to Russell Westbrook, Baron Davis, and DeJounte Murray. I'm not gonna go switch your badges around unless you had some major issues. This just gives you more badges, and I already told you we should run me through shooting because that's the only thing you lost. But yeah, let's get straight onto the build, and this next build is on current gen.
2,000 years later.
So this next build is sent in by my boy YMAC on Twitter. He has a slashing playmaker small forward build. Not a super rare name, but he does end up using this build as the big man in the pick and roll. So you don't see that very often with the build with over 80 ball handle, especially at the small forward position. So that's very interesting. So it's kind of like an ISO big man. I kind of like that idea. I like what he's doing here. We did end up going 6'6" on this build, and he is a small forward. He weighs 205 pounds and he has 85.2 wingspan. I'm not really sure exactly how long that is. I think it's close to max, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll go check that out when we do get into the builder for current gen. But we're going to take a look at his player attributes and stuff. So as you can see, we do have contact dunks on this build. He seems to have a lot of finishing badges. He does not have a lot of shooting. I assume he plays rec or pro because he does have his free throw pretty high. He said he can hit the midi, so I'm gonna have to trust that. He has really good playmaking for a big man type of build. One thing that is very alarming to me, he has a low block, very minimal interior defense, a solid defensive rebound, but no offensive rebound. It's not looking nice for this build. I definitely would see this build being a lot better if you did run the 2 in the park, but the 3, I just can't see it. So I'm going to copy these attributes into the builder, and we'll see if we can make anything a little bit better to fit his playstyle. So we are on current gen for this build. As you can see, we are going small forward. This other stuff doesn't matter. Now for the skill breakdown, you want to pick this playmaking and finishing pie chart right here, and he did go with the all balanced physical profile. And so we're going to copy over his attributes right here. He went 83 on the close shot, and he maxed out his layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. He maxed out his midi, his three-pointer, his free throw, and he went up until he got 9 shooting badges, added 47 post fade. He maxed out his passing accuracy, ball handle, that gets him at 22. He maxed out his perimeter defense, his lateral quickness, his steal. He put the rest on his defense rebound, and the remaining is on his block, and he got 7 defense. He didn't really tell me what body shape. I want to just go with defined. He said he went 6'6" on this build, 205 pounds, and he went to 85.2 on the wingspan right here, so he does get contact dunks. He has playmaking takeover on the build, and that's his build. It does come out as a slashing playmaker with these comparisons, but now I'm going to put my own twist on this build, and I'll see you guys when we're done with that. I do think I ended up making this build a little bit better to fit your playstyle. You said you were running the 3 on this build, so I added some more defense, made it a little bit more of a big man that is still quick. So as you can see, I did go power forward on this build, and I just think it helps out a little bit. We're going the same pie chart, and the only difference for our physical, we're gonna go with the all speed pie chart. I don't really value vert or strength in this game. I don't think it's really worth it. For our close shot, we're gonna get this to an 81. We're gonna max out our driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. We get the same amount of finishing badges. We do get not as much shooting badges, but this is really all you need, right? We're gonna get right at 6 here, so you have enough for gold catch and shoot and gold hot zone hunter, or if you don't want that, you can go gold flexible. This is just all you really need. You said you're not shooting 3-pointers, you're only shooting middies, so I kind of just went into that all in. So I only gave you 6 shooting badges, which is definitely enough to hit, especially if you're wide open. For our playmaking, we're gonna max out our passing accuracy and our ball handle, and we're actually gonna take off -1 for our pass accuracy, so we get right at 14 badges. And for our interior defense, we're gonna max this out. Our perimeter defense, we're gonna max this out. Our lateral quickness, we're gonna max this out. Our offensive and defensive rebound, we're gonna max this out. We're gonna put the rest on our block. And as you can see, we get +3 defensive badges, which is a huge amount. You guys might not think it is, but we also get offensive rebound and interior defense. We do lose a little bit of playmaking, but that's not that big of a deal. You don't really need more than 12. Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame floor general, Hall of Fame dimer, especially if you're running the 3. Bro, you're gonna be a god for your teammates. This is kind of like a rendition of my playmaking rim protector build, just a little bit different. If you guys have seen that build, it's just similar but different pie chart. It's more finishing on this one. Built body shape, 6'7" on the height, because you can't go 6'6", but bro, look at our attributes. We're gonna be a way better defender. We can guard everybody a little bit better. If we were to go higher, we would be a better like rebounder and interior defender, but this is a very well-rounded all-around defender here. For the weight, we're gonna minimize this, especially because you've been using this build with no interior defense while running the 3. A 53 is definitely gonna be passable, but if you really want to and you want to sacrifice your speed, you can max out your weight, but I don't advise it, so we're just gonna drop this all the way down to minimum. And bro, look at that speed. That is a lot of speed. We're gonna max out the wingspan here, and as you can see, at 98 overall, we're gonna get 80 ball control. We get contact dunks. We have a 93 standing dunk, a 69 mid-range. We have good defense all around, good rebounder, decent blocker, and we can guard ball. Very solid build. And the takeovers, we get slashing and playmaking. If you wanna go playmaking like you did originally, we'll go that. And as you can see, we have built a post playmaker with shades of Jeremy Grant, Zion, and Pascal Siakam. If you want, you can max out the weight, go on burly body shape, boom, Zion build. There you go. Yeah, that's basically gonna wrap it up for the builds in today's video. If you guys want to be in the next Rate My Build video, make sure you guys send me your build on my Twitter or my Instagram if you really want to. I don't really use it as much, so I'll probably get back to you quicker if you send it to me on my Twitter. But my at Zach2KYT, all you need to do is send me your badges, your player progression, and your height, weight, wingspan, all that stuff. And if you want, you can send me your playstyle. You don't have to. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.